Let there be blood. Human blood cells, that is. Human red blood cells. They're also known as erythrocytes. I decided to look at some underneath the microscope. Aren't they gorge? Aren't they beautiful? But anywho, I'm going to give you some facts about red blood cells that maybe you didn't know about human red blood cells. You didn't ask me for it. You could have went your whole life knowing it, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Here we go. If you see these little red guys in this sample I have for you, they're known as erythrocytes. You see these little purple dots? Those are white blood cells. They are white, but they're just stained this way so that we can actually see them a little bit better. I'm going to try to go in a little bit closer so that you can see more. Now they kind of look like red Cheerios. Beautimous. And the reason why they look that way is because, well, they're very unique. If you remember from biology, you know that most cells, especially if you are a multicellular organism, most cells have a nucleus. But red blood cells don't have a nucleus. They're one of the very few, if not the only, cells in the human body that does not have a nucleus. The nucleus is like the brain of the cell. I don't like this slide. This one's better. Okay, I like these a lot better. That way you can actually see the hollow center. So, why don't red blood cells have a nucleus? Let me tell you why. Red blood cells are actually born in your red bone marrow. And when they are yeeted from the red bone marrow, they actually get into the bloodstream. And after about maybe 7 days, after about that maturity time, they have to yeet their nucleus. They are born with a nucleus, but then they have to get rid of it. So that way that they can have more space to carry oxygen and carbon dioxide through your bloodstream where it needs to go. Carbon dioxide out, oxygen in. And so they have more space and more room to carry more of those gases that are needed. And then they can actually squeeze through your blood vessels a lot easier in your capillaries. How do they die? Well, after about 120 days, which is their lifespan, they are removed and cleaned up by your spleen and also by your liver. Any iron that's left over from the red blood cell after it's about to die, well, it gets recycled by the liver and the spleen. Actually, the white blood cells, a very special white blood cell, known as a macrophage, will actually go ahead and break down these bad boys once they start to get too old, because they can't be hanging out in the cells, in the bloodstream, being old. They've got to get recycled. So the white blood cells will help clean these guys up too and break them down. You didn't ask for this information, but I gave it to you.